Hello and welcome in to my game. I'm playing the last few days of the Simpsons season that we have going on right now, and I was thinking of sharing my thoughts and opinions about it, how I feel about it. Let's just jump into the map and the size and the graphics. Before we even got to start playing this season, there were leaks that were telling us that we were going to get a smaller map. And I think a lot of people were thinking like, okay, how is that going to work? 100 players on the small map, that would be chaos. Nothing will go our way, it will be just mayhem. And I'm very glad that they took the player count down to 80. Now this weekend they took it down to 60. And I'm not sure if it's going to end today and go back to 80 or if it's going to stay 60 until the season ends. But I think it's noticeably less stressful to play with 60. You get some time to find weapons and stuff. Even though we're back down to down to 60 players, it's sometimes a hustle to get off a reboot and also to rest your partner if teammates if you're down or they're down. So I don't think that I think it's always been 10 seconds, right, to rest, and I feel like it's the same amount of seconds to reboot. And maybe it would feel better if they had reduced the time on the reboot and resing. Or if they have reduced it a little bit, they needed to reduce it a little bit more. The third partying in fights and at reboots and resing is crazy. So that's a bit stressful, but also understandable. We have some movement items that gives you the opportunity to come very far. With if you combine the slushy and the blinky fish, you could get like half the way over the map, half of the way to the other side, or more almost. So in a few seconds. So yeah, that might be one of the things that people will not miss when we go back to a bigger map. And then we have the graphics. It's cel shaded, and I'm looking forward to getting back normal graphics. But when that's said, I think if it weren't cel shaded and we were going to have a Simpsons season, it wouldn't feel like it was Simpsons. So I think they made a good call with the cel shading. The only thing that I find annoying is fighting in bushes. I thought it was hard before, but in these bushes I don't see anything. Nothing. Yeah, I think that's what I want to tell you about the map and the graphics. I think it's been better than I thought with the smaller map and also with the graphics, the cel shading. Then let's go over to the loot pool. And I don't know what to say about it without sounding negative, but I will say that I don't love it. I enjoy two weapons, and it's the Mr. Blasty and it's a tactical shotgun. The other ones I really don't like. And if I would to put like a grade on them, I would say Mr. Blasty as an AR, then the suppressed AR, then the infantry rifle, and then the striker AR. For the shotties, I would do tactical shotgun, ranger shotgun, thunder shotgun, and then also the 5-gun thing. And on the SMGs, I will do suppressed pistol and the other two SMGs underneath there. I don't actually remember the names. Yeah, we also have one exotic and a few mythics this season. So the exotic one is a Mr. Blasty that you will get from Krusty the Clown, and it gives you balloons in your shot, the first one of each mag, and it can attach to opponents, yourself, a car, multiple things, and you don't have to actually hit. For example, in a bush, if someone was in a bush and you wanted to see if someone, or you knew that someone was there, you could just fire up a shot, and if someone was in that bush, they would fly. So, and be exposed. So that's a pretty OP weapon. And then we have the mythics. We have Evil Homer, we have Witch Marge, we have Krusty the Clown, and we have Mo, and we have Scratchy, I think it's called, the cat. From Evil Homer you get the tactical shotgun, from Marge you get an SMG, and then I'm not sure, but maybe from Mo you get the 5-gun, and then you get a striker AR from the cat, but I'm not totally sure on the last ones. But I think the 3 first one is the one that I want to get. They spawn, the bosses spawn randomly around the map. I really like it because then nobody knows and you don't see it before you're close by. So I think that was a smart move. We also have a couple of other mythics now for the last couple of days, since the last update, I think, and that's the floating donuts around the map. If you crack or destroy the donut, you will get a lot of zombie homers, but also a mythic weapon. And we have the red eye AR, and then another AR, and then we have an SMG, and we have a shotty. And I think not the red eye, but the other one is best, and the SMG. Those are the 2 that I would want. I would pick up the red eye as well, but the shotty I would hide in a bush or something. That's trash. Let's see. Okay, we're done the loot pool. Let's do the heals, because we got a couple of new items. 3 different new ones maybe. We have minis, big pots, chug jug, and splashes that we know from earlier, but we also have burgers, slushies, and we also have blinky fish, but I'm not sure what that gives you or if it gives you anything. But the burgers, when we first started this season, we could stack 6 of them, and you can eat all 6 of them at once, and it will give you 30 times 6 in shield, and I think it's less on health, but it's some on health as well. But yeah, and the more you ate, the faster the healing went up. So that is a great heal, but now you can only carry 3 in one slot in your inventory, and that's only 90 shields. I think 4 would be okay. 6, okay, I understand it. I saw a clip from someone, like they had a lot of burgers and just run away. I think he dealt over 500 damage to him before he died. So I understand why they nerfed that. And then we have the slushy, and that gives you 15 health. You can carry 3 at a time, and it also gives you great movement. And then the blinky fish, if that gives you anything, it also gives you dashes. And you can carry 3 of them in one stack. And yeah, we also have the tomatoes. I think that you can carry 6. And that gives you, maybe that is like splashes, but also then gives you movement. You can jump really high, like Fizz. Like Fizz, I would say. Gives you the Fizz effect. yeah, what now? Let's see, we have side quests now. You could get it from a normal chest or an ammo box or anything like that, but you can get 4 different side quests that you have for a limited time, and you can do as many as you like, and if you finish them, you will get a prize. You will get a weapon that, I think they're purple weapon, heals, movement, and gold, something like that, ammunition. And you have Lisa's textbooks. If you pick up that one, you have to pick up 3. You have to go to a named location and go and pick up 3 stacks of books, and then finished, you will get your prize. And then you have the grocery bag from Marge, and the task will be either to pick up fish or meat or something like that. And I think one more thing, but also when you're done that, you will get a prize. You have Homer's car keys, and that's some quests for you have to get in a vehicle and then you have to do something, either boost a certain time or hit something, and then you will get a prize. And then you have Krusty the Clown, and I think it depends on which weapon you equip what you have to do, but you either have to deal a certain amount of damage or you have to eliminate an opponent with that weapon. And you can do 5 of those side quests if you want to, but it's time limited, so when you pick it up you have a few minutes and then you have to be done with it. But I think that is a great way to add to the fun. I hope that they bring that in some kind of shape or form in the next seasons. There's no secrets or anything to search for here, at least not that I've heard of, but it's only a month, so that might be why. And you don't need many secrets. It has been updates. Things have happened. We have gotten the donut storms, and if you get hit by a donut, I have been that, you will get hurt. But you go there because you can also find great loot or opponents. That's okay. I like the donut storm. I like the floating donuts. I've liked the story quest and the other quests like weeklies, dailies, and also for the secret skin. Overall, I would say I've had fun this season, even though I feel like the matchmaking has been off. It's been really sweaty. Even though a lot of people have played, it hasn't matched me with people my skill level. This particular match that I'm showing you now, it was my skill level. I was playing also pretty passively because I was thinking while gaming. So I was just trying to survive, and all of a sudden we were just 3 players left. So yeah. But overall, I have really enjoyed the season. At the same time, I'm really looking forward to the next chapter and new season. Wouldn't you be scared of that, Aim? You would run into a bush, wouldn't you? Hype me up. My gosh. Yeah. Looking forward to new season, new chapter, new everything, and in a way back to normal, but they say that we will have portable reboot vans. Maybe that you will be able to reboot yourself. This will be exciting. Feels like a way of reload where you automatically spawn back as long as your teammate's there until it's not possible anymore. Maybe it will be something like that. I have heard that we might get some leaks from big creators on Wednesday the 25th. Like we did with this season, we got a few days before we got to play it, they shared leaks with us, and gameplay and everything, so that would be very exciting. I for sure will be watching the internet for that. But it's strange because, for example, chapter 7, when we first heard of it, season 1, it was to be gala themed, and in reality, it's Hollywood and movie themed. The leaks is not always true or not exact before we really are really close. But it doesn't matter to me. I'm happy about Hollywood season, America, US season. That would be fun. Maybe we are going to travel around the world this chapter. So maybe next season 2 will be something else, and then season 3 will be somewhere else in the world. That would be fun. We will have to wait and see. Enjoy the last few minutes of this match, and I'll see you soon. Hope you have enjoyed this season and that you will join me in the next chapter and season. Bye for now.